introductions of some big names, but it's hard to tell a lot from these friendlies. A lot of these lads haven't even played together, so yeah, great that we got the 3-0 win.
It's a good point, isn't it, Joe? Because a lot of these players, a couple of them making their debuts tonight, a lot of them not played together before, so difficult for them to get a rhythm.
Yeah. It's understandably, it's going to be a little bit bitty. You've got players coming in. There's no patterns of play that's already been embedded into the team. So players coming in trying to impress. Sometimes it can look like that. All they did in the second half was just step on the gas, tempo, epitomised by Conor Gallagher, 3-0 up, smashing into the midfielder in the last 2 minutes of the game to put us on the counter. That intensity was there from the start of the second half, right the way through. It transmitted itself right the way through the team. I thought Grealish and Maddison coming on with different class as well. Yeah, it's a fantastic performance.
Hasmir, was that more what you expected of England tonight in the second half?
Yeah, definitely. I think the mindset in the second half was much different to the first half. I think their aggression, Joe and I talked pitch side, you can see when a team's really engaged by the reaction press. Second half, they lose the ball, boom, 5 players straight after the ball, get it back, don't let Bosnia breathe. And I think eventually, physically, as the game went on, Bosnia wore down, England got their rewards, got chances, could have scored more goals, and the game became a lot easier. That's
a good point, because when England would have been preparing for Bosnia to have a lot of the ball and try and probe. All that was missing in the second half was that press, like Asmir said, where he just lose the ball, turnover, aggression. And sometimes the simple things they just got back to in the second half showed their quality.
OK, well, let's hear from 2 of tonight's goal scorers. Cole Palmer and Harry Kane are with Kelly Summers.
Cole, Harry, congratulations, a win and a goal each for both of you. Harry, minutes on the pitch as well. Good evening's work.
Yeah, no, really good game for us, It's been a good camp, obviously meeting up 5-6 days ago now, and for me personally, it's about having a good week training and then trying to get some minutes here and hopefully some more on Friday as well. So, yeah, good preparation. There's things, of course, we could do better, but overall, a good night for us.
Cole, 63 goals now for England for the man standing next to you. A first England goal for you tonight. How did that feel when you slotted that penalty in?
Yeah, it's a great feeling. My first goal for your country. Everyone wants to score for the country, so when it went in, it was buzzing.
And the timing wasn't bad either, was it? Because I think there was a certain England captain ready to come on and potentially take that penalty.
Yeah, of course he would have took it, but, yeah, it was just before he come on, so thankfully I got to score.
Harry, you haven't been playing in the Premier League this season, but I'm sure this man's form hasn't gone unnoticed. What have you made of it?
Yeah, unbelievable season. Yeah, it's never easy moving club as well, and to do what he's done in his first season at Chelsea is a credit to him and obviously the team he was in as well. So, yeah, we're very happy to have him. I'm delighted he got his goal there today, and of course we're going to need all our players chipping in with important goals throughout the tournament in a couple of weeks. So, yeah, the more people are feeling good, the better.
There have been a few concerns over your fitness. You haven't played since the start of May. Can you alleviate any England fans' concerns? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. A lot of the end of the season was precaution. Obviously, there was a big summer coming up, so we didn't want to take no risk with it. And in the end, it was a good chance to get a good break after a tough season. And then, obviously, like I said, we've been in camp now for nearly a week. I've had a good week training, some minutes here. And I'm sure I'll get some minutes on Friday and should be ready to go come the group stage.
Are England getting a fully fit peak Harry Kane this summer?
I think so. I think, like I said, it's almost worked in my favour, missing the back end of the season because it gave me a chance to get maybe a bit more rest than what I was going to get. And now, yeah, it's just about getting minutes. I'm not someone who takes too long to get sharp, and of course it was nice to get a goal there to get that feeling back again.
And Cole, think you've done all you can over the past few months and tonight to be on that plane?
I'm not sure, hope so. Tonight probably wasn't my best game, but it's been a long season and just trying to find my feet. Obviously, it's my first start for England, so yeah, hopefully I can go to Germany.
I think everyone will agree. It hasn't been a bad season. Well done, guys. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
That's the question, Jill. Has he done enough, Cole Palmer? Is he on the plane?
I think so. I think if you look at this season, I think he did have an impact tonight, and obviously his penalty, he doesn't feel nerves, does he?
No.
He put the ball down, he knew he was going to take it, so I do think we will see him on that plane.
Has he done enough, Joe?
We're going to have to look at the whole list.
Yes or
you
no,
have to remember,
Joe?
It's my family in the house there. Got the tickets all right, guys. Well done.
Stop avoiding my question.
It's a tough one. I would take him. I think he's a maverick. I think he'll be at home in an England shirt. I thought he did okay tonight. He got his goal. But there's so many players. What I would say is that they're going to have to wait till after Friday before making any decisions. If it's my decision, Cole Palmer will be on the plane. But he's got a lot of competition in all of them areas of the pitch.
These lot are having a great time, Joe. A goal for Cole Palmer on his full England debut. It came from the penalty spot, as we've been discussing there, Asmir. But let's take a look at the incident that led to that penalty. Any arguments from you, Asmir, on this?
Well, I think it's maybe slightly harsh. There was definitely a push beforehand from Watkins as well. So maybe a little bit fortunate to get away with that one. But definitely a foul from the Bosnian guys as well on Konza. So they would have been disappointed, Bosnia, to just concede a penalty from a set play, having such a big side, physically big side. So not the nice thing, and I got England going, gives them confidence, and then obviously makes it difficult for the rest of the game. Yeah,
the ref was inexperienced, and I thought it was poor tonight. There are 2 fouls in there. I think a good ref knows both teams push in, pull in. You just can't do it now. So little things like that will have to be brushed up for England, in particular in the tournament, be very disciplined in both boxes.
Well, you already mentioned it, Jill. Cole Palmer is so cool when he steps up for penalties.
Yeah.
He's taken 9 for Chelsea this season. He scored every single one of them, and his first for England, he scores it as well.
Yeah, I knew he was going to score, to be honest, and I know they just touched on it there, but Harry Kane was waiting to come on, and you could see that he wanted it. But yeah, this is great. Like, to get this as your first goal, there's a lot of pressure on his shoulders, but I would have liked a little bit more of a smile after he scored. But yeah, I'm sure this is the first of many goals for England.
Watching Harry Kane win the penalty when he was just about to go one, you could see his eyes line up, being like, this is an easy goal for me. But
yeah, we weren't too far from the England bench, were we? And we could see that. Trent Alexander-Arnold got the second goal, and it was a great finish, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And I think this is how you break teams down in a low block. You're patient. You go from side to side. You get your players like your Jack Grealish's. Look, good players, like we said at half-time. He attracts. He has time. Lofts a lovely ball in. Trent actually doesn't strike it as well as we know he can, but the accuracy is unbelievable. As soon as this gets lofted up, decisions made, body shape's good, and then bang, right across him. And Trent just grew into the game throughout the night. I thought he was very good as well.
Yeah, definitely. And then I think that third goal was just the icing on the cake, really. We spoke about the introductions of them big players, and I think it's Jack Grealish here. This is a really clever bit of play, and this is what you need to do when teams block in. You need them little, cute little passes. Jared Bourne, it did get stopped on the line, which I think he was a little bit gutted about. And who's there to finish it off? The main man, Harry Kane.
Absolutely, and I think just even the short corner there, Jill, the tempo from England was so much better in the second half. Never let Bosnia breathe, get going, took it short, played again, got the numbers on the side, and of course, good things are going to happen.
Well, we've seen him score all sorts of goals. He'll have enjoyed that just as much as any other. His 63rd.
Final game before you've got some very big decisions to make. Did you get what you needed from tonight?
Yeah, I think so. An opponent that were dogged, determined, good tempo to the game. So physically, it was a good workout. We just had to be patient, and we felt that in the end we'd create the chances, and that's as it turned out, really. I thought in the end the scoreline reflected the performance.
Yeah, were you pleased with how the tempo kind of changed once you did break that deadlock?
Yeah, I think that was inevitable. Obviously we had a lot of fresh players to bring in as well. But once you break that resistance and the confidence starts to come, then with the team that started with not a lot of caps on the field, that was, there was always the chance it would have a sticky start.
A first England goal for Cole Palmer. Eberechi Eze's performance is also getting a lot of rave reviews. What did you make of those two? Yeah,
very good. I thought they both played with a freedom. Ebe has got lovely movement to go past people through the centre of the pitch. He's got power. Really happy with what he did. And I thought Cole a couple of times was trying to be a little bit too precise to get the touch to open up the shot, and maybe if he'd got his shot away a little bit earlier a couple of times, he could have had a couple himself.
Minutes on the pitch as well for Harry Kane. He's just told us it's been precautionary, him not playing as much the last few weeks, and he does feel that he's going to be at his peak this summer. Is that how you feel?
Yes, our plan today was half an hour, and he'll start on Friday, and he's trained all week with no problems, so yeah, he looks in good shape. As
for your squad overall, it's going to be a very big few days. Are you closer now, or how close are you to knowing your final squad?
Well, the great thing is we've got through the last few days with no big problems. We obviously have to assess everybody from tonight, but I don't think there's anything from that. So that's really important. You know, we needed to get through these first few matches and the finals that have been played to have a clearer picture. And the guys that have been rehabbing have progressed well.
Has tonight almost maybe given you more headaches?
A little bit, but that's a good thing, you know. I'd rather we'd had good performances and cause you to think than poor performances. So, yeah, there were lots of individual things that I was really pleased with.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Kelly.
Kane is going to start on Friday against Iceland at Wembley. Does that suggest, Joe, that he knows that he's taking all three strikers, Watkins and Tony, or does it suggest Tony's out because he didn't play at all tonight?
We can only guess, can't we? I think Harry coming through 30 minutes tonight was really good for him. I think he'll probably play 60 minutes on Friday night. I don't think he'll play the whole 90 minutes. And like Gareth said, when you get to this stage, the manager's just be thankful there's no major injuries. There's no big players with any doesn't seem to be with any lingering problems. So we'll see.
Joe, before we go, we should say happy anniversary to you today, because I don't know if you're aware, it's 21 years to the day that you scored your first goal for England.
Is it really?
It was against Serbia. What a goal that is.
Yeah.
25-yard screamer.
Don't act like you didn't know.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Don't want to rub it in.
Yeah, I forgot that one, yeah. No, that's a big day for anyone scoring.
Oh, he's taken the shirt off.
Look at the muscles, Jules. Look at them.
Nothing's
They've all gone now.
You can tell that we didn't go in the gym now back in them days. But I remember coming in being very excited because that was a winning goal, and Beckham was off there, and I walked up and said, well, that's you off free kicks then, Becks. And as a young 20-year-old, I probably thought I shouldn't have said that to the captain, but there you go.
You can be relieved as well, Joe, because it wasn't until a year later that bookings for taking your shirt off came in.
Yeah, well, listen,
it was after the St. George's
all the housewives at home, they've missed out on all of them shirts taken off. There you go.
Brilliant stuff. Guys, thank you so much for your company. We've got bugs flying around now. Thank you, Jill, Joe and Asmir, for your company tonight. We're going to see you again on Friday.